I was home. My kids were younger, and my middle son Sam was playing with a yo-yo water ball. We loved them. They were fun to watch and fun to, you would whip it out like a yo-yo, but it would come back much easier than a yo-yo.
You'd whip it,
Stretches.
it could go,
It was
stretch.
yeah.
You'd go all the way over there and whip back at you, and yeah, it was fun. But for a little kid, when he's just swinging around, it's just a matter of time till it goes around something.
I was in the kitchen, and Sam came into me, and I looked at him and realized that the ball, he had swung it, and the ball had wrapped not once around his neck, but it had wrapped completely around his neck, and he was having trouble breathing, and it was sticking so that he couldn't unwrap it. And I grabbed a pair of scissors, and we got it from around his neck, and it was scary to him and beyond scary to me. And I remember, I've got to call these parents. I've got to backtrack now, because if this happened to us, it can be happening to anyone.
You just trust what you're buying off the shelf or what you see in a catalog. You don't really think about, is it dangerous to little kids? I mean, you know not to leave tiny things out that they can swallow and keep away from outlets, but you don't see a toy on the shelf and think, could that end up killing my child?
Well, then the aquadots were art, and all kids love to do art. We knew to be cautious. There was something in those little balls that made them the texture that they were and made them stick together. Her hands would turn the color that she was using of the dot. And it didn't make sense to me at the time. My hands didn't turn colors when I picked them up. And as she would put it together with the water, if she was using red, her hands would be red. Yellow, her hands would be yellow. And I thought, that's not right. So because of Kids in Danger, I think you had found out that these were recalled, and it went a step further. Then we found out that these beads were indeed toxic, that they had drugs in them, after research had been done.
There's always going to be a mission for Kids in Danger. The mission is information, and unless you can get every single person to read every single warning label or every single update, I don't go on the web and look to see if something I bought years ago is still safe. The only way I'm going to know is if I read it somewhere.
Kids are kids. They're gonna put things in their mouths. They're gonna roll around in it. They're gonna stretch it. They're gonna take any toy as far as a toy can be taken. Get on Kids in Danger's newsletter. Get on their website. Make sure you're getting the recalls, constantly. But just to be smart and research what your kids are playing with, just like you'd research a class they go to in a school and everything else.
I would tell young families to be certain to read every label in the same way that they read a label for the food products that they purchase, and put thought into what they're buying, and not just for toys, but for anything. When you're buying a dresser, can it tip over? Do you need an anchor? There's just needs to be a lot more thought put into every purchase.
We've always said to our kids to surround themselves with just a few best friends. You don't need a whole bunch, you need a few. And Danny and I think, have followed that philosophy. We have picked a few organizations that we believe truly are making a difference. Kids in Danger is top of the list. It's a phenomenal organization that's making a difference and changing households, every day. So we're humbled and honored to be chosen for this award.
To be cliche, but if Kids in Danger saves just one life, it's all worth it.
And it has.